Adler's Individual Psychology. Alfred Adler, a famous psychologist, developed a theory called individual psychology that focuses on understanding people as a whole, with an emphasis on their motivations and social interactions. Unlike other psychological theories of his time, which concentrated heavily on unconscious drives or inner conflicts, Adler's theory placed importance on how individuals are driven by their goals and how they relate to others in society. He believed that understanding a person's life goals, feelings of inferiority, and social connections was key to understanding their behavior. One of the most important concepts in Adler's individual psychology is the idea of inferiority and superiority. Adler proposed that every person experiences feelings of inferiority at some point in their life. These feelings often begin in childhood when a child realizes they are weaker or less capable than others around them, such as adults or older children. This realization leads to a natural feeling of inferiority. According to Adler, this sense of being less than motivates people to strive for improvement, growth, and personal success. Essentially, humans are always trying to overcome their weaknesses and become stronger or more capable. For Adler, the pursuit of superiority, or the desire to be better or more accomplished, is a primary motivator for human behavior. However, he did not mean superiority in a negative sense, like wanting to dominate others. Instead, it refers to a person's drive to overcome their limitations and be the best version of themselves. For example, someone who struggles in school might work hard to improve their grades and feel a sense of accomplishment, thus overcoming their initial feelings of inferiority. Adler's theory also emphasized social interest. He believed that people are not isolated individuals driven solely by personal gain or selfish desires. Instead, humans are inherently social beings who thrive on cooperation, collaboration, and contributing to society. Social interest refers to an individual's sense of connection to others and the community. It's the idea that healthy, well-adjusted people are those who feel a sense of belonging and contribute positively to the well-being of others. For instance, someone with strong social interest may pursue a career in helping professions like teaching, healthcare, or social work because they are motivated to make a positive impact on society. Adler argued that problems arise when people become overly focused on their feelings of inferiority, or when they lose sight of their social connections. For example, someone who feels inferior might overcompensate by becoming overly competitive, striving for personal success at the expense of others. This can lead to feelings of isolation or dissatisfaction, because they are too focused on proving themselves rather than connecting with others in meaningful ways. On the flip side, a lack of social interest can result in selfishness or even antisocial behavior, where a person is more focused on their own needs and desires than on how they affect others. Another key aspect of Adler's theory is the concept of lifestyle. Adler believed that by the age of 5, a person's basic personality and way of approaching life, known as their lifestyle, is largely established. This lifestyle is influenced by a combination of factors, including family dynamics, social experiences, and individual perceptions. While it's shaped early on, it's not set in stone. People can choose to make changes and improvements to their lifestyle over time. For example, someone who grows up feeling inferior because of a learning disability might initially adopt a lifestyle centered around avoiding academic challenges. But as they gain confidence and support, they can shift toward a more positive, growth-oriented lifestyle. Adler placed significant importance on the family and its role in shaping a person's development. He introduced the concept of birth order and its influence on personality. According to Adler, whether a person is the oldest, middle, youngest, or only child can affect their behavior and outlook on life. For example, Adler believed that firstborn children often feel a sense of responsibility and leadership, because they are used to being in charge of younger siblings. Middle children, on the other hand, might feel overlooked or stuck in the middle, leading them to develop skills in negotiation or compromise. Youngest children may be more pampered or spoiled, leading them to be more dependent, while only children often develop a high sense of independence or maturity because they are used to being the center of attention. Adler also emphasized the importance of early memories. He believed that the way a person remembers their early childhood experiences could provide insight into their current behavior and outlook on life. For instance, someone who remembers feeling neglected as a child may still struggle with feelings of abandonment or insecurity in their adult relationships. In contrast, someone who remembers being encouraged and supported by their parents might be more confident and optimistic in life. One of the key takeaways from Adler's theory is the idea of personal responsibility and choice. Adler believed that while our past experiences, feelings of inferiority, and family background influence us, we are not bound by these factors. People have the power to make choices, set goals, and shape their own lives. In other words, even if someone has faced significant challenges or setbacks in the past, they are not doomed to failure. They can take control of their future by choosing to strive for positive goals and maintain healthy social connections. In therapy, Adler's approach was focused on helping individuals understand their motivations and lifestyle choices, and then empowering them to make positive changes. This type of therapy, called Adlerian therapy, encourages people to recognize their feelings of inferiority and address them in healthy ways, rather than letting them lead to negative behaviors like aggression, avoidance, or overcompensation. It also encourages individuals to develop a stronger sense of social interest and connection to others. By helping people see that they have the power to make different choices, Adlerian therapy aims to foster a sense of empowerment and personal growth. In summary, Adler's individual psychology emphasizes that people are motivated by their desire to overcome feelings of inferiority and to achieve personal growth and success. This drive is balanced by our social interest or our desire to connect with and contribute to society. Adler's theory encourages us to see ourselves as active participants in shaping our own lives, capable of making positive choices, setting goals, and fostering healthy relationships. Through understanding our early experiences, family dynamics, and personal motivations, we can work toward becoming more fulfilled, socially connected individuals. This perspective offers a hopeful and empowering view of human behavior, highlighting that, despite our challenges, we are all capable of growth and improvement.